enabler, the only way through which you can be best among others is how you communicate. Yeah? Your knowledge can help you till the cabin of the interviewer. All right? If you have enough knowledge, if you have good grades, right? You can go outside the cabin of the interviewer, right? Because there will be an eligibility criteria, okay? But somebody who is able to communicate well and show that what is my potential, that person only wins the game. So please start working on your communication. Okay? So now, in the interest of time, I'll move to the second enabler. How many of you like to listen stories? How many of you like stories? All right, I see some of the students raising their hands. So let's say the left side is team A and right side is team B. So I see team B sleeping, chatting among themselves, and team A is more attentive, rather I would say. Is it so? Okay. All right. So let me start with the story. So as you can see, there is an honest woodcutter, the picture of an honest woodcutter on the screen. Yeah. So obviously this person is the main character of the story. So now this woodcutter, a young man, very enthusiastic, very passionate about his job. He starts his job, and his job is very simple. All he need to do is cut the trees. That was his job. Basis the number of trees he used to chop on a daily basis, he used to get paid accordingly. All right? So if he cuts 5 trees, he'll be paid accordingly. If he does 10, he'll be paid accordingly. So with lot of energy level, he starts his job. On day 1 of his job, he cuts 10 trees. He was very happy. He was paid very well. He happily went back home. On day 2 of his work, still he was energetic. But when he chopped the trees, he was able to do only 8 of them. He was slightly worried. What have I done wrong? But says, okay, never mind. I think it's just a matter of a day. Some days are good, some days are bad. Maybe the tree which I have chopped is like more thick, hence, my performance has come down. On day 3, this man, again, he spent around 9 to 10 hours, and today he was able to chop only 6 trees. Now here the tension begins. Why? Because his earning was reducing day by day. The day passed, and finally, on day 4, he was able to cut only 4 trees. So this man thought that now I'm going to lose my job because my earnings are coming down, my productivity is coming down. So obviously my supervisor is going to kick me off. I can be replaced. So those kind of thoughts started coming in his mind. So he said, it's time to discuss this with the supervisor rather than losing the hope. So he went to his supervisor and asked, "Sir, I have been doing my job very, very sincerely. I have been spending daily 9 to 10 hours. I'm very sincere, but I'm not sure why am I reducing, why am I not able to cut similar amount of trees? I'm very concerned about it. Now the answer which his supervisor gave opened his eyes. He said, "My dear friend, when did you sharpen your axe last time?" So the message is very clear. So here, sharpening the axe is the metaphor for updating your skills. Yeah. So if you have to cut 10 trees in a day, at least you should spend 2 to 3 hours in sharpening your axe. The same rule, my dear fellow participants, applies to all of us. If we want to grow in our life, we have to work on sharpening our axe. All right? So the second enabler is continuous skill upgradation. Okay? So as I said, sharpening your axe is equal to upgrading your skills. Now, how do you upgrade your skills? You don't have to start randomly anywhere and everywhere. All right? आज YouTube खोला, YouTube से कुछ सीख लिया, कल LinkedIn Learning खोला, उसमें से कुछ सीख लिया. No. Your learning has to be structured in a way, the way you have a structured syllabus. Yes or no? You have a structured syllabus, right? Your book does not start with any random topic. Similarly, your learning also has to be in a very, very structured manner. You always should do a skill gap map. Now, what is a skill gap map? Yeah, you know your skill. So, first, you have to find out that in your particular domain, what are the skills that may be redundant, or what are the new skills that may be required in 3 to 5 years from now. So once you know where you have to hit hard, then only you will be able to hit it. All right? So do a skill gap map for you, find out your area where you need to work upon, and then follow 70, 20, and 10 rule. It's a very simple rule wherein spend 70% of your time in doing it. Your theoretical knowledge will be of no use if you don't apply it practically. So, 70% learn by doing it, 20% learn from your peers, yeah, and 10% depend on the sources available. It can be your book, it can be an OpenAI, it can be any courses. So this 70, 20, and 10 learning methodology will help you to upgrade your skills. And once you upgrade your skills, never ever forget to track your progress. Okay? I can share some of the examples with you which you should work, which will help you to grow your skills. Here are some of the examples. How many of you have heard about a data analysis? Or rather, how many of you know what is data analysis? Anybody wants to answer this question? सुना है इसके बारे में? All right. So I assume कि नहीं सुना है. So today, no matter in which field you are, data is important. Now, data is important, but data by its own is of no use if you don't know how to analyze that data, how to take out meaningful output from that data. Okay? So, hence, data analytical skills are important for you. You must have a knowledge about an advanced Excel. You must have knowledge about Excel dashboards. You must know how to use Power BI tools. All these tools will help you to give a meaningful outcome of the data. So, in whichever field you are, maybe if you are in the industry or if you are in the college, you need data, you need to have insights. Okay? Similarly, if some of you are interested in going for the research field, there, especially, data science will play a very important role. All right? So now you are the best judge for yourself. You have to decide which field you have to go. And basis your decision, you have to start working backwards. All right? Now, for learning, it is not necessary that every time you spend money out of your pocket, right? If you have a passion towards learning, everything is available. All you need to know is the right source where the information is available. So I'm not sponsoring any of the platforms. Please don't take it that way. These are just platforms available, FOC, which is free of cost, through which you can explore the courses. You can just think about a course, and believe you, my friends, that course is available on these websites. So websites like Coursera, Udemy, EDX, LinkedIn Learning, these all courses. And the best part is, these all are certificate courses. You can make your digital presence. I'm sure everybody is using LinkedIn here. Yes, no? Yeah. And I don't need to talk about what is LinkedIn and all. I'm sure we have got a digitally sound students, right? So if you have to make your digital presence, right? Once you learn, once you pick up any course from these websites, these all are certificate courses. You can post your courses certificate on your LinkedIn platform. And I'm sure you all will agree that today, when you go for an interview in any of the organization, interviewer first looks at your digital presence. आपका लिंक्डइन का प्रोफाइल पहले चेक हो जाता है और बाद में आपके रिज्यूम का हार्ड कॉपी चेक होता है. ओके? So if you make your journey, if you make your digital presence strong, I think this will also help you down the line. Okay? So now I move to the third enabler, and that third enabler is the technology. So we spoke about communication, which is the key for the success. We spoke about continuous skill upgradation, depending on the domain in which you are interested, or depending on the domain which is the need of the hour. And now we come to the third and the final enabler, that is the technology. So we all talk about technology a lot, right? We live in a digital era. Okay? Today we see Instagram and Facebook more than the television. I mean, I don't remember last time when I have switched on the TV in my home. Yeah? So we live in that era. So technology is important. Okay. So now there are two kinds of people. One is the people who use the technology, and the second who leverage the technology. You may use a chat GPT as a Google, or you may use chat GPT, you may leverage chat GPT to enhance whatever you are doing. The choice is yours. Okay? So you have to decide on which side of the coin you have to be. Now, quickly moving, why technology is important. I'll not spend much time on it because you all know. It will increase your efficiency, it will save a lot of time, and this will give you a competitive advantage. But you should know how to use these tools smartly. There is no shame in learning. I will again ask you to go back to similar kind of courses, right? You can have a course, you can learn about prompt engineering. You can learn about how to leverage AI tool smartly. Okay? If you know how to use these tools effectively, if you know how to use these tools effectively, it will save a lot of time. It will enhance your productivity. Okay? Again, so in terms of technology, we all know today there are a lot of open AI platforms. There is ChatGPT, there is Gemini, there is Perplexity, you know, there is Claude, this and that. But do we all know how to use it? You don't need to answer this question to me. You can answer this question to yourself. So if you don't know, again, there is a way. There are courses available, right? Courses available on all these platforms which can help you to use the technology. You can leverage all those courses. Okay? So, my dear friends, last but not the least, I would quickly summarize so that you, as our future leaders, your skills should not be redundant and you should build on your skills. So I'll quickly summarize. Speak with clarity. Whatever you speak, right? Your idea, your message has to be very, very clear to the audience. Leverage the technology which is available, and grow with consistency. If you want to grow in your career along with the medical or the pharmacist skills which you have, you want to grow, you need to work upon your skills which are the need of the hour. All right. So now I'll sum up this discussion, or rather I would not say discussion, the presentation. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And it's time. Let's begin. I would not say the end, because this is the time wherein each one of you is stepping into your career journey. It is just the starting point. So saying thank you will not be the right word. So I would say let's begin. Let's begin on working on these areas so that we are ready for the future. We are ready with the technology. We are ready to challenge anybody and everybody who comes in front of us. All right? Thank you so much. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. No questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the valuable and thought-provoking session. Now, I would like to request Ms. Usha Vishwakarma, ma'am, to present a token of gratitude to Chitra Kalra, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So our next esteemed keynote speaker is Dr. Nilesh Malviya, sir, Professor and Principal, Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. And to introduce him with our audience, I would like to request our technical team to please play the AV.
A warm welcome to the National Conference on the Interface of Intellectual Property and Academics. Global Scenario of Intellectual Property, Rights and Patenting Issues for Industry and Education, sponsored by Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology, Bhopal. Dr. Nilesh Malviya, MPharm MBA PhD, is presently designated as Professor and Principal in Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Indore, Madhya Pradesh, and recognized as ZED Consultant under the AMSME Sustainable Certification Scheme. He attained research project from the Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi, All India Council for Technical Education, Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology, Bhopal, MPCST. Due to his research aptitude in the field of pharmaceutical sciences, he received his entire pharmaceutical education from B.R. Nahata College of Pharmacy, Mandsaur. His academic excellence includes various honors like University Medal in MPharm course by RGPV University in all branches among all affiliated pharmacy institutions of MP and being institution topper in his bachelor's and master's degree. His scientific accomplishments are many, like the APTI Young Pharmacy Teacher Award 2023, Best Academician Award by IPGA MP State Branch in 2023, Professor B.M. Mithil Memorial Award by APTI in 2022. Awarded as Young Scientist Award by Indira Gandhi National Tribal University, Amar Kanthak in 2023, Eminent Professor and Principal Award by IPA, MP State Branch in year 2021, Eminent Scientist Award in AICTE, Sponsored International Conference in year 2022, Best Scientist Award in DA, EBRNS, Sponsored National Symposium in year 2022. Distinguished Professor Award in DST and STMIS Stakeholder Workshop in year 2019. Best Director Award in 7th Academic Brilliance Awards 2019. Organized by EET, CERS Research Wing for Excellence in Professional Education and Industry. Delhi in 2019. Awarded as Innovative Academician and Researcher of the Year in Central India in 2018 by Innovative Pharmacist Group, Outstanding Researcher Award in 2018, Young Scientist Award in 2017, Center for Education Growth and Research, New Delhi, and also bestowed for Best Paper Presentation Award in various conferences. In addition, Dr. Malvia is acknowledged with a Certificate of Honor in mentoring students to achieve highest results in entire RGPV affiliated pharmacy institutions of MP in the academic years 2016 to 2017 and 2017 to 2018. The major areas of his research are phytochemistry and herbal drug development. He has been associated as external expert with renowned pharma companies for providing expertise for formulation development and optimization. He has granted 4 patents, published 36 patents, granted 15 patent designs on laboratory equipment designs, and signed 38 MOUs for the purpose of research collaborations and training programs. His achievements are recognized by his publications in various reputed peer-reviewed national and international journals, which are more than 148 in number, authored 24 textbooks, 68 chapters, delivered 28 expert talks as resource person, presented more than 49 research papers, written articles and columns in newspapers on pharmacy education, guided 6 doctorate, 62 postgraduate and 23 graduates research projects to date, presently supervising 2 PhD and 6 postgraduate research projects. He is an honorary life member of VIBHA, IPA, APTI, Indian Society of Pharmacognosy, ISTE, IPGA, CEGR, and Society of Ethnopharmacology. He has organized more than 50 conferences, workshops, seminars, and FTPS. He has given more than 10 research consultancy and training programs in pharma institutions as well as industries. Sir, we are honored to welcome you as the eminent keynote speaker in MPCS T-sponsored National Conference at Modern Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Indore. We sincerely thank you for gracing the occasion and sharing your valuable insights and contributing to the enrichment of our participants. Your presence is deeply appreciated.
To welcome Dr. Nilesh Malvia sir, I would like to request Dr. Sapna Malvia ma'am to please do the honor. Sir, now I request you to kindly address the gathering. Please.
Hello. 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 Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I feel truly honored and privileged to be here in this MPCST sponsored national seminar. And the theme of this seminar is based on patent intellectual property right. And I would like to thank respected Anil Kharia sir and Dr. Sapna madam, Dr. Anamika, Ankur sir, Nitesh sir, for inviting me and giving this opportunity to me to discuss my experience on this IPR. So first I would like to share one thing. In 2017, myself, Mrs. Priyanka Soni, I think she's here, and one of my faculty decided to start working on patent. And in 2017 we started, and in 2023 we got the granting of that patent. And after 2023, around 14 we granted. Okay. So for first step, we required around 6 years, and after that, in 6 years, so many patents. So before starting this presentation, I would like to ask 3 questions. And Modern is sponsored 3 gifts who will give the correct answer for that questions. And the answers and the questions related to one movie, and there are some tricky technique in that related to the patent. So how many are interested? Please first raise your hand. I think the gift is very costly. Please, how many interested? Raise your hand. बाकी लोग जा सकते हैं यहाँ से बाहर. Okay. So the first question is that in Three Idiot movie, Amir Khan, I think named as Phungsuk Wangdu. जिसको भी आंसर मालूम होगा, प्लीज रेज योर हैंड. कौन सी कंट्री उसको ढूंढ रही थी? रेज योर हैंड प्लीज. ऑल आर डिस्क्वालिफाइड. आई सेड रेज योर हैंड. अब क्वेश्चन ही खत्म हो गया. वो बच्ची का कहीं ना कहीं अपॉर्चुनिटी आपने खत्म कर दिया. दिस इज द पेटेंट. इफ यू वांट टू लर्न पेटेंट, यू नीड टू कॉन्सेंट्रेट दैट दिस इज माय मोनोपोली. अभी वो आंसर देती, वो उसका पेटेंट हो जाता इस गिफ्ट पे. ओके. द सेकंड क्वेश्चन, अभी फिर से प्लीज रेज योर हैंड. आर माधवन, हिज फ्रेंड सेड दैट Japanese searching for you because you have how many patents? Just raise your hand. How many patents? 1. यार आप लोग मूवी भी सिंसियरिटी से नहीं देख रहे हो. सेकंड, रॉन्ग. 400. इट्स अ करेक्ट आंसर. सर आपके लिए गिफ्ट है, सेशन के बाद हम लेंगे. ओके. सो इन मॉर्निंग हरिया सर सेड दैट इन 10 years at least in 10 years you should grant I think 10 patents, sir said. But third question is based on that same thing. After graduation, Phungsuk Wangdu started his innovation or incubator center in Ladakh. Okay. So after how many years he got this 400 patent? Hello? No, wrong. Please raise your hand अगर आप मालूम है तो. Again one hand. Yes. 10 years. Okay. So in morning Kharia sir said that in 10 years you should have at least 10 patent, but in movie, and it is real. Phungsuk Wangdu, the correct name is Sonam Wangchuk. Okay. It's not a question, right? So there is no prize. Okay. So in 10 years, Sonam Wangchuk granted 400 patent. And it's a real story, it's a real beginning of, it's a real inception of patent journey in India. Okay. So as per, abhi presentation start karte uske pehle batata hu. In 2023, worldwide 20 lakh patent were granted. And out of this, the first rank secured by China by 9.2, 9,20,000 patent granted to China. Okay. India secured 6th position. 6th position secured by India by granting or by acquired the grant of around 1,01,023 patent. Okay. So this is the situation of patents in India. And among this 1.023 patents, 15% patents belongs to pharmaceutical, chemical and biotechnology field. And among this 15%, pharma patent percentage is only 7%, and among this 7%, pharma academician percentage of granting patent is only 2.3%. Why? Because we are busy in talking to each other. Okay. We don't want to learn the patent process, and we don't want to inculcate or indulge this patent technology in our resume and in our research field. Okay. Academic industry collaboration, like discussing in both the And like academic industry collaboration is always being a discussion of a big topic in both academics and industry. We both are talking about this, and the second part is that good academic institutions are doing research, but the maximum output of their research is publication, and only few are trying to publish or grant their patents. Okay. So if we talk about patent, we are talking about three things. The first one is the patent. Second was the academic industry collaboration. Why? Because if academician work, research work orientation is as per the industrial anticipation, we can file patent, we can concentrate, or we can make a cynosure for industry to attract our work and work on our work as a commercial work. Okay. So the first one is the academician patent. Second is it could help to attract the industry to reduce the gap between these two fields. And the third one is our recognition. Okay. So the first slide, the topic of my presentation is innovation to protection, navigating patent and design systems in India, in pharma field in India. In morning, one advocate sir already discussed about trademark. So I am here to discuss only about the pharma patents and the design system in pharma world. Okay. So the first slide you see that there is one curcuma and curcuma longa and its mechanism and then its patent. In 1995, University of Mississippi, US applied and granted the patent on curcumin for its wound healing activity. Okay. Morning, I think somebody already described this thing, but technicality I want to share here. In 1995, University of Mississippi, USA granted patent on curcuma longa for its wound healing activity. In 1997, CSRI and TQM, these both are government organization of India who's working on Ayurvedic product. They acclaimed and they filed a case against that granted patent. And they mentioned that this is our Indian heritage and it will come under prior art. This is technical term, prior art. It means traditionally our ancestors are using this curcumin for wound healing activity since long year back. Okay. So the case filed, and again the University of Mississippi counteract, and they said that if it is not published anywhere, it means it is practice only. It is not a scientifically your authorization. Okay. So again, Indian government and our CSIR scientists searched whole literature and they found two places where this is scientifically mentioned that curcumin is effective and potent therapeutic agent for wound healing activity. The first one is the one Sanskrit literature, and second one PG scholar in International Journal of Medical Sciences in 1953 published one paragraph. And in that paragraph, he mentioned that curcumin is very effective to treat or to act as a wound healing agent. And it is recommended by traditionally also. So because of these two written statement, USA government rejected, revoked that patent, and Indian government refiled that patent that this is our heritage and it come under prior art. ठीक है, prior art, this is one word कि अगर हमारे ancestor उस चीज को बहुत टाइम से यूज कर सकते हैं तो we can claim, बस हमारे पास कुछ उसका written evidence होना चाहिए. Okay, so by this slide or by this short story, I am trying to convince or I am trying to discuss that why patent is important and in particular pharma field. Okay. Okay, so in pharma, the first understanding should be there, how many and which thing could be patentable. Okay, so in pharma, the first word is API. It means if you could search or develop a new molecule, you can patent it. Second one is the formulation, the problem associated with that API. If you try or if you could solve that problem, like its solubility, bioavailability, or you can improve the therapeutic action of that molecule by any process like docking or any kind of substitution, addition of any functional group, These three things most prominently you can file a patent. Okay. So in my presentation, I included two parts. The first one is the patent. It means patent directly we can say that the functional performance of any agent can be patented. And the second one is the design. It means the visual appearance of any object. है ना? वहाँ पे है functional performance, and the second one is the visual appearance can be patented. In pharma, these two terms are most important. So patents and designs are essential in the pharmaceutical sector as they protect new drug, its process, its formulation, its content drug delivery, its controlled drug delivery, and in particular prevent unauthorization copying of any drug molecule or any formulation from any other company. So in particular pharmacy field, we can patent two things. The first one is the functional performance of any formulation or any API, and the second one is the design, its visual appearance, how the product is look like any devices or any packaging material, any container, any bottle. So this is the global patent grant comparison. I already discussed that in 2023, 20 lakh patents were granted. The first position secured by the China by 9.2 lakh granted patent, and India secured 6th position. But after that, two amendments in patent process was adopted by Indian government. The first one is they reduces the patent filing prices from 4,500 to 1,600, and the second one is the duration by which you can easily publish the patent within a month, and within 1 year you can, if you have proper query handling, you can granted the patent within the 1 year. So these two process called as the fastest ecosystem for the patent process, and India adopted. And I think the percentage what we are applying and what we are granting, it is around 80% in last 2 years. Before 2022, the rejection rate was 66%. Now the rejection rate is around 20% only. 80% application, if you apply it in a complete or full specification manner, you will get the patent in as per the 80% result in within the 1 year. So it's a great opportunity and great ecosystem and very reduced cost. So you can think about this. Okay, if we compare the field-wide comparison, see the pharma role. I already said that among around 1 lakh patents were filed by in India particular sanction, and the percentage of pharmaceutical, chemical and biotechnology is 15%, and out of this 7.5% is only by the pharma, and among this around 3%, 2.3 to 3% by only pharma academician. It means the pharma academicians are not still learn or still not understand the impact and importance of patent. So please think about it and the various forms and what we can and how we can apply. I will show in upcoming slide the various forms and how you can fill and what is the process in particular the address and the filing process, the filing fees. हम कैसे करेंगे? I will explain in each and every slide. So what can be patented in pharma? Definitely the chemical entity, the formulation, the delivery process, any manufacturing process. And like example, if you search or develop a new molecule, you can easily get patent within 3 months if the results are and if the therapeutic potential is more as compared to the previous one. And the not patentable, the minor modification, I've included few case studies. If any minor modification in previous molecule, it could not be patentable because as per the patent law, the minor modification is not considered. So this is the difference between patent and design. The patent, if we talk about the patent, that is the functionality and invention. It means the performance-based copyright agreement, it has come under the patent, and the visual appearance and aesthetic of any product. It means like you develop one container for pharmaceutical formulation, it come under the visual appearance, and it can be filed as an Indian patent. And in particular patent, if we talk about how it work, the functional performance, and in design how it look. Okay. And the applicable to pharma, drug formulation and the process, and in particular design, packaging, bottle, devices, any new instrument, any modification in the previous instrument, which can increase the performance of that instrument, and that technique can be come under the design. Law in India, particular Indian Patent Law 1970, and in design 2000. The duration is very important. For patent, it's 20 years, and if we talk about the design, it is 10-year plus 5-year extensions. And the requirement, novelty, inventive step, any process, any technologically modification for the improvement of any therapeutic potential or any instrument performance can be come under the patent. And the design, it is related to the new and original design, and sometime the modification with the previous one to enhance the performance of that instrument. Okay, so for example, in patent, a new anti-cancer drug molecule, I included few case study. I will show in upcoming slides. And the design, unique bottles, unique injection, unique any inhaler or any devices which can be helped to administer the drug in our body. So the key difference, simply it's an innovation. It has come under the patent, and the visual identity, it come under the design. So there is one case study. See that Novartis and Gleevec. This case study is very exceptional because Novartis filed a patent for Gleevec, imatinib anti-cancer drug used for the treatment of leukemia. The drug was modified from a known substance. It means a company is already marketed one product, and the product cost is very high. So another company slightly modified the formulation and tried to file the patent. But the judgment of that conflict is totally rejected. Why? Because of that modification, there is no change in the therapeutic efficacy. So sometimes we say a new molecule is applicable for the patent, and sometimes the modification in that new molecule is also applicable for patent, but the efficacy percentage should be increased by 25%. Otherwise, the eligibility of that patent is rejected. So this is the case study which explains as that the percentage of therapeutic potential enhancement by this modification is 25% or above 25%. It should be mandatory. Otherwise, it should be rejected, and it is amended in Indian Patent Act 1970. Now, the second one is Bayer versus Natco. Again, the Bayer held the patent for Nexavar, a life-saving cancer drug. But the cost of that drug is very high. So the second company developed a generic formulation. Okay, this is the very exceptional case. Second company developed the generic formulation. It means the API is same, the formulation composition is different, but they reduces the price by 97%. See in this slide, if it is visible in impact, they formulate same formulation. By changing the composition of that formulation, the API is same, the therapeutic activity is same, but the second company again counteract that the formulation and the API is same. So how this patent can be filed? But the government of India rejected that the parent company conflicts, that the formulation reduces the price by 97%. So it should be amended in 1970 Patent Act that the formulation efficacy is different, but due to the therapeutic potential and the reduction in the price, the formulation composition can be patentable. Okay, not API, the formulation composition. So the patent was granted again the second company for this on the basis of human ground. The second is the Roche versus Cipla. Roche patented a lung cancer drug, that is Charseva issue, we can say that. So Cipla launched a generic version of that formulation at lower price. Court allowed Cipla to continue that only on the basis of public interest considered. So in patent, after this case study, they enhanced and they enabled one affordable over strict patent enforcement. It means if any formulation can help to reduce the cost of that previous formulation by reducing the cost of that total composition, so it can be patentable by the name of different composition. So slight changes, it is around 25%. The efficacy should be same or more, So that can be easily patentable by any other company. Now the case study third, Merck versus Glenmark. Merck patented diabetes drug sitagliptin, the famous marketed drug, and Glenmark launched a similar product. But the case was outside settled. Why? Because both the company have the patent license for the formulation, not for the API. So in that case, again, a formulation patentable, patented, accepted by the government of India to convert or to compare the formulation composition by their therapeutic index, the therapeutic potential of that formulations. Okay. Now I have included so many case study based on that. So the conclusion and future scope for my presentation of theoretical part, it's not completed, so please don't make yourself happy. So the future, if you want to increase the patentability, if you want to increase the monopoly of your own product, process, or any kind of design, you need to understand the concept, you need to understand the various forms, you need to understand the various classes to apply for the design, and you need to understand the technicality and the drafting procedure of patent. And if it is in your understanding, definitely. I think if we talk about in 2017, when we tried to publish, or when we tried to file one patent attorney and one patent agent quoted 45,000 rupees for the patent process. Then we will discuss, then our team discussed that teachers can do anything. So let's try. So we started by learning the Google and discussed with so many friends, and then applied, then first query, then second query, then some online hearing, then some revision, then so many things. So it's a great learning. 2017 to 2023, we secured grant of only one patent. But after 23, 14 patent we granted. So learning is very important, and I think the students are there, faculty members are there. So first, faculty should understand this thing, how to apply, and I always believe that teachers can do anything. So I'm not going to share the drafting procedure. I try to. So when you want to apply any patent, these are the different forms you need to apply. You need to fill with your content. This is the simple the cover letter, whatever the documentations you are going to submit. I'm talking about the offline submission. So this is the form where you need to incorporate your title and your invention details, and how many participants and how many researchers in your patent you need to mention in form number 2. The details related to the name, designation, the correspondence, the email ID, and the organization. And if you want, you can, if your organizations offer you 50% application charges, so you can write their name also as an inventor. And these are the address for the Mumbai branch. For patent, we need to file the patent to the Mumbai office. And if you want to apply for the design, you need to apply for the Calcutta. So this is the form number 2, and so so this is the field form of our one granted patent, form number 2. And the first point is the title of the invention. Always used to write a generalized topic title. No need to add the specified drug name or any API name in the title. Just write just like this one is a novel polyherbal blend with anti-diabetic and antioxidant action. Okay. In this, there is no drug name is mentioned. It's quite easy because when you search and when anyone search the patent data, if the drug name is mentioned, it is easy to check the data. Sometimes the drug are same, but the composition, the extraction method, the blend preparation, the proportion, the particular ratio of different drug is different. So don't use the name of any specified drug in title. And these are the various applicant details. So at the time, if you want to apply, you can apply with full specification or just without claim. So we applied with full specification because our work was already completed. So this is the objects of the invention. It's just like when you write an abstract of any formulation or any paper. When you applied for the any research paper for a publication in good journal, there are one specific guideline that you need to write about the specific problem and the rationale of the study and what kind of objectives you want to cover in that particular research paper. So same in patent, we need to write this all thing, but very superficially. No need to give and no need to go with the reference. Here you need to write your objective, your rationale, your aim, your outcome only. So this is the detailed description of the invention. In this, we need to highlight the previous problem, the current solution, and what your solution is offering as advantage as compared to the current offering solutions. These are the various material methods. What you just आप लोग जैसे पेपर में लिखते हैं, आपको वैसा ही लिखना है. So this is the full specification of form number 2. And this is the abstract. This is the most important thing, because abstract, they review the abstract as compared to the previous published paper and published research work on that drug only. So in this particular, if you mention so many things related to the results and the outcome of your research work, it's very difficult to clarify their queries, and it's very difficult to justify the queries whatever they raise after the publication of your patent. So these are the 4 patents granted by our team. 2 are related to the herbal formulation and the 2 related to the stability indicating assay method. Now this is the design part. Again, in design, if you want to apply a design, any modification or any new design related to your practicals related to your laboratory, you can apply. You need to simply write a cover letter by highlighting the form number 1 specification with the title of your design. And this is the format of form number 1. You need to highlight the name of your applicants, their nationality, their address. And in second page, you need to write the particular perspective view of your design, new design or any modification, and around 50 to 60 words, the specification of that design. After that design, how could you improve the previous technology? And after the design, you will get this type of confirmation that your design is accepted and published in Indian Patent Journal. And after that, you will get the patent certificate. This is the patent granted certificate. This is the design of one TLC plate. When you perform TLC in your laboratory, you always feel that in TLC plate, after the completion of TLC, you need to calculate the RF value. Okay. And the RF value is a solvent solute proportion. Okay, आप ratio निकाल के करते हैं. But in amino acids and in particular flavonoids, the RF value difference is very minor. Okay, and if you perform the calculation manually, sometimes the chances of error is more. So in our college, our team developed this TLC plate. It's a simple TLC plate by marking the calibrated marking of centimeters in particular TLC plate. So after the completion of that your TLC process, you need to just scrap by right or left side and easily mark this. इसमें scale बना हुआ है, आप देखेंगे. तो by this scale, you can calculate the RF value very accurately as compared to the previous one manual process. Second one, this one is the melting point apparatus device. We already granted the design patent on this. The process is very simple. The melting point apparatus is very costly. So we developed this one box. Just keep your thermometer and drug sample in that box and keep that box in your hot plate. Okay. So because of that black box, you no need to, in your laboratory, no need to procure two type of instrument. One is the hot plate and second one is the melting point apparatus. Okay, just this black box, इसमें कोई electric connection नहीं है. This is just insulator black box. You can calculate the melting point without any new device. Okay, by the help of this black box, you can calculate easily. The third one is the drug drying process. This is the simple funnel, and in the top we added one nozzle just to filter, just to reduce the implementation of that filter paper. Frequently you don't need to use that filter paper, just use this gauze at the bottom of the funnel, and it's a very easy process. So this is the Petri plate. When you perform this microbiological activity for the zone of inhibition, after the completion of your activity duration, you mark that one round, the zone of, and calculate the zone of inhibition. Again, you used to used that scale to calculate the zone of inhibition. In particular, this plate, in particular this design, we developed this calibrated scaling. So after the completion of your study, no need to calculate by the help of that manual mark, just calculate by the help of this single lines of scale. This is again, this is a TLC chamber for inclined setup for TLC plate is available. So again and again, the problem related to the TLC plate placement is solved by this technique. This is the oxalate apparatus. We added some barriers in this particular oxalate. At the time of extraction process, hot oxalate extraction, sometimes the solvent make its own pathway and कुछ portion पे वो रह जाता है. Why? Because of the accumulation. So if we add this baffle in that particular system, the solvent will cross like zigzag. So the complete extraction is possible with this baffle system. This is the gloves designed for handling the mice. Again, this is the modification of the oxalate extraction. This is the pipette design, just like a pen. So total 14 patents were granted and 13 designs were granted and 43 in published process, and a few are in granted process. We already applied the justification and the query raised by the patent office. So hopefully in future we'll get the granting for that patent also. So patent, for that patent you need only two things. The first one is your observation. If it is related to the functional and if it is related to the performance, you could apply it for the patent, and if it is related to the visual appearance, you can apply for the design grant. Okay. And the cost of granting is very low. So as I said, India is in 6th position for the patent process. So it's your responsibility to enhance the ranking of our Indian government. In 2023, again I am repeating the same thing. In 2023, around 20 lakh patents were granted, and the first position secured by the China by 9.2 lakhs. Indian government granted only 1.023 patent, and the percentage of chemical industry, biotechnology and pharmaceutical is 15%, and out of this 15%, 7 by the pharmaceutical industry, and out of this 7, 2.03% by the only pharma academician. So this is our responsibility to enhance this number, and Indian government developed very good ecosystem for the granting process. They just reduces the patent filing charges and the duration to grant the patent. So it's our responsibility, being a UG, PG scholar and being a faculty, please make yourself interest in this field and discuss. And if you have any query related to the filing, so many faculty members already applied and granted the patent. Discuss with each other, and definitely will increase this number in upcoming years. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an enriching session. It was indeed very informative. Thank you so much. Now, to present token of gratitude and acknowledgement to Dr. Nilesh Malviya, sir, I would like to request Dr. Anil Kharia, sir, to please do the honor. Please, sir. Today, we are honored to have among us Mr. Ghanshyam Rathore, sir, CEO from Blue Mountains. Sir, we heartily welcome you to Modern Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Indore. And to present floral welcome to Ghanshyam, sir, I would like to request Honorable Chairman, sir, to please do the honor. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your valuable time for us. So, once again, a very good afternoon to all the distinguished dignitaries, respected guests, esteemed speakers, faculty members, research scholars, and dear students. As we gradually approach the culmination of this intellectually enriching day, it is now time to begin the valedictory ceremony, a moment of reflection, recognition, and celebration. I, Dr. Anamika Singh, feel privileged to once again stand before you as we mark the successful conclusion of the MPCST sponsored National Conference on the Interface of Intellectual Property and Academics, Global Scenario of Intellectual Property Rights and Patenting Issues for Industry and Education. Today's journey has been a remarkable confluence of knowledge, innovation, insightful deliberations, and meaningful academic exchange. And this valedictory session is a tribute to that collective effort. From thought-provoking keynote sessions to engaging scientific presentations, from intellectual discussions to inspiring interactions, today has truly exemplified how ideas, when shared, evolve into innovation and when protected, transformed into intellectual assets. At the outside, I would like to respectfully acknowledge the gracious presence of our esteemed dignitaries for the valedictory session. We are honored to have among us respected Dr. Nilesh Malviya sir, Principal, Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. Respected Chitra Kalra ma'am, Deputy General Manager, Adani Skill Development Center. Mr. Ghanshyam Rathore sir, CEO, Blue Mountain, Indore. Honorable Chairman sir, Dr. Anil Kharia sir. Respected Head of Institute, Dr. Sapna Malviya ma'am. I request the dignitaries to please be seated on the dais. Please sir, please ma'am. Before we proceed further, I would like to appreciate all the participants of scientific presentation session. Your dedication, innovative thinking, and research excellence have truly enriched this conference. Each presentation reflected not only knowledge, but also the spirit of inquiry and advancement. Recognition is the highest form of motivation, and today we celebrate excellence. So, we now proceed to the awards ceremony where we honor the outstanding contributions in academia, research, and pharmaceutical profession. We are here to reward the faculties and students of various pharmacy institutes who presented their scientific ideas and work. We are here to acknowledge the faculties of different institutes for their exemplary contributions in the field. The awards will be presented under the prestigious categories like Distinguished Professor Award, Aspiring Associate Professor Award, Inspiring Assistant Professor Award, Outstanding Research Award, and Women Young Scientist Award. I request the dignitaries to kindly present the award to the deserving achievers. Starting with the Scientific Presentation Award. I request the dignitaries to please come forward to do the honors. For the students' scientific presentation, the awardees are Pharmacology branch is Aditi Sohani. Next, we have the awardee as Muskan Hardy. Miss Surbhi Chaurasia ma'am. Surbhi Chaurasia ma'am. Next, we have Dr. Nurture Award. One more announcement. During the session of Dr. Nilesh Malviya sir, 3 people gave correct answers. I request all of the 3 to come forward and receive their gifts. Please sir, please ma'am, I don't know the names, those who have given the correct answer during the session of Dr. Nilesh Malviya sir. So thank you so much. Now I invite everyone for the high tea. Thank you once again. Have a good day.